Hi everybody, my name is Ev. Welcome to Buddy is in Charge. Today we are in Bray, in County Wicklow, and we are going down towards the sea at the moment, but who knows, there might be a little bit of everything. There might be a bit of a climb as well. All these lovely villas close to the sea. There are some really nice little bungalows along this road. So we're going to go down towards the train station, and then we're going to go along by the seashore, and then we are going to climb a little hill. Being December now, I just feel that we have to go on shorter walks with Buddy. However, we will return to Bray when I don't have Buddy with me and I can rely more heavily on public transport. We found the railway. I really love these old bridges. Go on, Bud. So we have obviously reached the railway, which we're going underneath, and then we're going to hit the seashore. So we have now arrived at the seashore, and this is the promenade we're on at the moment, and you can see that there is plenty of nice houses here. The winter sun has me tall and slim again, just to get our bearings right. So the distant peninsula, which is faded, that's Howth Head. Then we come around and we see that's Killarney and Dalkey Hill. And then closer to us, that is the entrance to Bray Harbour. And then we have amusement arcades, we have playgrounds, and of course we have the Irish Sea, which is lovely and calm today, looking very inviting. But what we are going to look towards is that, which is Bray Head. So the car is parked kind of like halfway up the hill in elevation, but there is a loop walk, and that is our intention today. So hopefully you'll enjoy our little walk along the beach and up the hill. Strolling along the beach, you can see why the late and great musician Sinead O'Connor found this place to be her home for many years. And for those who are gardeners who follow me and Buddy, seaweed is a great fertiliser. However, you need to have licenses to collect it, so I will not be doing that today. Now in the shadow of buildings, we can have a better look at some of the old architecture. Some beautiful houses along here with amazing views. However, a bit dark in the afternoon. But now you get a better view of Bray seafront. So now we're on part of the Greystones to Bray cliff walk. This is now a pedestrianised area. The cliff walk has been closed for some years due to erosion. Some people do go across it, and yeah, they can do. However, they need to either climb a fence or do a little bit of a shimmy under a fence. I am too big to get under the fence, and I don't have the physicality to climb over. So instead we'll just enjoy this instead. Crossing the main Wexford line. Another information board. So The cliff path has been in existence since the medieval times. Then you have Rahina Clig Church, which means the Church of the Little Bell. So this is an old engraving of the little church and the seafront, which we have just come up from. Then we have the railway information, Isambard Kingdom Brunel and William Dargan. So this part of the railway was built between 1847 and 1856. So with our backs now to the sea, we're beginning a bit of a climb here. We have a choice. We can do 2 or 3 different trails. We can do the De Butler Trail. We can do the Bray Loop Trail. So it all depends on how we get on. Like so many of our hills and mountains in the Wicklow Range, we're very close to the bedrock, and Buddy is standing on the bedrock. On we go. So this is a pretty steep climb, but then you can see the trees and all the roots wrapping themselves around the rock. It's quite extraordinary how they can survive. Way markers are so helpful. So that's the way we've come up. I told you it was going to be a pretty diverse walk today. Beautiful old trees. So nice to be able to see where we're trying to get to amongst all the gorse. With a hard climb, I always think that the views are always well worth it. But there's more views to come. We have a bit further to climb yet. So we're going to head in that direction at the moment. So this is the top of Bray Head. Buddy is as proud as punch having got here. And that is the view of the Irish Sea. I will of course put in the comments when that was erected. I think it was in the 1950s, but I'll definitely get a date and put it in the comments. So this pathway here, we are on Bray Head Loop Walk. So the total is about 5 kilometres. However, we've done a good chunk of it already. We're not going to do the whole of it because the car is parked along the way. So thank goodness we're off from the gorse and fighting through the gorse and the narrow path. And at least now we have a fairly decent path here. And so on we go, and we shall join you in a few moments. So we're back. We've just gone through a gateway and we're now on to Belmont estate, and so obviously we'll be keeping an eye on any livestock, and we're still in the lee of the hill here, so it's a bit dark at the moment, but when we turn the corner we're going to be in full sun, and it's going to be a bit more difficult to do any recordings. But between here and the sea, the main railway line actually lies. Buddy's interested in cow manure, and it's quite fresh, so we have to keep an eye out on that. So we shall see in a few minutes. We have found the manure making animals. Lovely herd. Now Buddy is on a tight lead, and I'm not afraid of cattle. I've worked with them for years, so I'm not afraid of them at all. So yeah, on we go. We have a little trail marker up here now in a minute. Buddy's interested, so I need to keep him back. So yeah, on we go. And we're back. So we came down that path and we have navigated ourselves around the cattle. As I say, with them, not bother with them. I just made sure that I was between Buddy and them. So that's overlooking the sea. So I know the sun is beginning to go down now, we have less than an hour of light left. So the end part of the walk might be in the dark, or certainly in the dusk anyway. But that'll be along a main road, so I'm not too worried about that. So on we go. Hopefully you get this before the sun comes out from behind that cloud. But you can see the elevation that we've gained, because in reality now we're up quite high, and it's basically me, the cattle and Buddy. But the cattle have an amazing area to graze. They are roaming animals. This is what they should be doing. Not a fence in sight. So on we go. Bit to go yet. I'm back to you again because I just could not leave this view alone. So you can see the way that the cliff falls down to the sea, and our friends Dargan and Brunel, they created a railway which hugs the coastline. So another day trip without Budwood, and we will go along there. However, I see Buddy's very interested in what's going on over there, and this is our onward track. So we will show you that cliff as well. Isn't that spectacular? Absolutely stunning. So we shall be back to you in a few minutes. Below you, you might see a path, and that is the cliff path, which is at the present time not in operation. And I can see the beach down there too. For those who don't believe me, hopefully you can see the train track down there. I'll point it out to you. So I hope this is the last little rise that we have from this walk, and hopefully the coastline to the south will open up. It's been a lovely walk. As I say, the climb up to Bray Head and the cross is strenuous, and I would just be wary. Make sure you're wearing good walking shoes, especially in the winter months or after heavy rain. And we have our one person I've seen all day. Ah, she was such a lovely lady. She had 2 pugs, and of course Buddy and the 2 pugs really got on so well. So below us now is Greystones, which is just there, and we've got a little bit of a climb, another bit of a climb, and not too far now, and that's stretching down the Wicklow coast. So we're still on the right route. We're following the red arrows, which is a Bray Head loop. I haven't done this part of the trail before, and when the Greystones to Bray Cliff path was closed, the Belmont estate opened part of their land for public access, and I have to say it is just incredible, and it's just so beautiful, and really my massive thanks to the estate, and hopefully the general public will appreciate what we can see here. So I'm nearly to the end of the walk, so what I'll do is I'll get down to Wingates and I will walk down the road back to the car. However, I will go one last little video before, one last little shot before we say goodbye. The entrance to Bray Golf Club is as good a place as any to say thank you very much for watching. Across the road is Kilrudery Estate. And Buddy and myself will hopefully see you again soon. Bye for now.